discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
I don't know how I screwed that up, but I did. Whatever. Great intro, right? It went black. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, there I am. Okay. Unbelievable. I couldn't even, I can't get anything right at times. But, hey, here I am. Whatever. Hopefully you can hear me. Anybody that is out there, if you can hear me, please let me know. Just so I can continue on before I... okay. Before I start ranting like I normally do. There we go. Alright. I think that's centered. I got my glasses in case I need them. Oh, God. I have so much to do here. Ugh. Right, Gab? Yep. She agrees. If you can hear me, just let me know. So I know I'm not talking to the wind. Hi, all is well. Okay, thank you, Monster. I appreciate it. Alright, so, I'm getting down to it. And there are a lot of things that I'm going to get rid of that I'm kind of shocked at. And the things that I'm going to keep, some are pretty well figured out. But a lot that is going to go might be kind of shocking. I've kind of figured out where I want to go with this. And how I want to get this kind of cleared up once and for all. I'm going to do one more auction, and then I'm not doing anything for a while. Because I'm going to redo this area out here. And one more auction should clear it out enough where I can at least start moving stuff and getting stuff going. So I'll be happy with that. Clone Turtle, I sent you a message. I have no way of getting the PDF. Did you send a hard copy of that game? I'm just curious. Because I don't want you to think I missed out on it. So, here's where I'm at. And just look, obviously I'm keeping all my Blood Bowl stuff. Obviously I'm keeping all my Warhammer Quest 95 stuff. Okay? That's number one on the list. Space Hulk. Definitely keeping all that. My Ogre Designer Edition, the big box of Ogre, I'm keeping that. The newer Car Wars, as well as an older version of Car Wars, I'm keeping. Real easy to kind of figure out. I'm on the fence with Cthulhu Death May Die. I painted the crap out of that game, and I'm wondering if I should send it on its way. Too Many Bones, I'm keeping. Cloudspire, I'm keeping. Burn Cycle, I'm keeping. Elder Scrolls, of course, I'm keeping. League of Dungeoneers, I'm keeping. Mage Knight Ultimate Edition, I'm keeping. Now here's... I'm going to keep Dragon Down. I'm going to keep Ultimate Tanara's Adventure. I'm going to keep a Karis. Now here's where things really get kind of sketchy, because I kind of don't know what to do. I'm on the fence with Shadows of Brimstone. I think it's going to stay. I'm on the fence with Kingdom Death Monster. I think it's going to stay. This shelf here, Zombies, I'm going to keep. Madara I want to get rid of, but every time I sell it, somebody doesn't pay for it. I think they're doing it as a joke. Aeon Trespass Odyssey, that's staying. That thing is The fence grid, I'm keeping that. Of course, Everdale, Scythe, anything. I made this shelf here. I started working on to just make for, and I have even more over there that I've got to kind of put away for Shadows of Brimstone. Oathsworn, should I keep the big Kickstarter with all the miniatures? I don't think so. I've been on the fence with that. Dungeon Saga Origins. I'm kind of on the fence with that. I'm keeping Arkham Horror 2nd edition. I have everything for that. Hoplomachus I'm keeping. The New Descent, I have the first 2 editions. I think that is going to go. Eldara, I don't have enough people to play it. That is going to go. Pericles, I think I'm going to send that on its way. And I love that game too. Sometimes you got to make tough decisions. I've got some really classic stuff too. Legends of Andor, I have a ton of that. Maybe that goes on its way. Wildlands, I fully painted that. Maybe that goes on its way. No problem. The hard copy won't be released for a couple months yet to ensure any errors are reported, but as soon as we do, I'll see if I can print one out. I'm not at work, like I used to be, so I don't have access to print it out. I'll see what I can do. I kind of want to get that going too. So you're telling me that someday we will see an organized display of game? No, you'll never see an organized anything because I don't give a fucking shit. Okay, Abyss? I really don't give 2 fucking shits. Okay? I will purposely fuck up everything behind me just because I don't want to be like everybody else with their cute little shelves and they wheel out their little $2 girlfriends. Okay? No, that's not me. Okay? Okay, and all the guys in the basements, they get they'll keep their eye, they'll watch because maybe she'll wink at me. No, I will never be that guy. I'm going to fuck everything up on purpose, and I don't give 2 shits. There you go. Where else was I? Metal Gear Solid I'm going to keep. Battletech I'm going to keep. I think I've got a bunch of smaller games that I'm going to get rid of. A ton of stuff. Final Girl I'm going to keep. And Hostage Negotiator I'm going to keep. What else? Stars of Icaros, I'm really on the fence with. Nemesis, I'm on the fence with. Merchants of Venus, I've played it twice. I think that'll go. Zombicide, I've got tons of Zombicide. Maybe that all goes. Am I ever going to get to it? Mutant Chronicles will stay. This next auction, I've got a lot of terrain is going to go. I'm going to keep my Frostgrave stuff. I don't know why. I should get rid of it all, along with the terrain and everything like that. But I don't think I would get the money for it. That's the only reason I think I would hold on to it. I'm trying to think what else I would do. It's at that point where you kind of want to get it to where it is and get the front part organized because I don't care. I don't want to be some infomercial. This is the way life is, and that's it. Of course, my wife wants to organize everything, and I think I purposely don't, just to piss her off. What else do I have here that I'm on the fence about? I'll never get rid of Starship Troopers. Combat Commander, maybe that'll go. Command and Colors. That's a tough one because I have so much for it. Can you imagine just if I got rid of all my Command and Color stuff? My Ancients and all that other stuff. How many boxes that would be? And how much room I would make? It's tough because you got to make I'm to the point where I'm making the decisions I make are going to stick. The defense of Priloclon 3, it's never been open. It's just sitting there. I do think I would keep Extinction Protocol. Keeping all my Space Empires. Here's a tough one. Do you get rid of RuneScape Kingdoms? Anything from Stonemaier Games stays. I think anything from Flying Frog Games stays. Really? The one I'm really struggling with is I have all of Company of Heroes. That the big tote, like Foot Locker tote. You have storage, right? You could just drag it all out and pile it in the room like a hoarder. Yeah, I could do that. But no, I don't want to. I found a cheaper storage unit. So not only does it have some games in it and stuff like that, there's comic books in there. That's the main crux of that storage unit. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to negotiate that. That's a total different conversation. So while there's a good amount of games in there, which I don't know, I wouldn't go crazy with. But what are you doing? What are you doing, young lady? What are you doing? Stop. I'm getting rid of all my airbrushes, my compressors. I have a beautiful set of Vallejo airbrush paints. It was normally like $400, brand new. So I'm going to put that all in one lot. Because next week I think I'm going to do. Next week I'm going to do an auction. It is going to be the last auction for a while. Because like I said, I'm going to just try to get this once and for all squared away. Also, Wednesday. Okay, I am doing something that I haven't done. Now, I have been to 1 million hockey games in my lifetime. Okay, a lot of Hartford Whaler games, New Haven Nighthawks, and I've seen the Whalers in the playoffs. I've been to a Stanley Cup game with my friend Steve from Miniature Market. We saw St. Louis and Boston. Dear God, they got blown out, St. Louis, that game. But they ended up winning the series. They just couldn't win a game at home. I love hockey. Love it to death. All those years, I have not seen my beloved Maple Leafs. Yep, Toronto Maple Leafs. I have never seen the Toronto Maple Leafs play live. Well, I wanted to go last November, okay? But my daughter-in-law's wife, my daughter-in-law's mother decided to hold this stupid event where we were going to dinner and she wanted to take family pictures. And I was like, why do I have to be involved in this? I go, what does this have to do with me? And of course I was pissed and I didn't go to the game because I wanted to go to the game for the first time. Well, this Wednesday, Toronto is playing in Tampa. Yes, in enemy territory, into the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I asked my daughter, I go, she's never been to a hockey game. She's not a sports girl. Robert, what's up? She said, hey. I said to her, hey, if I go down to Tampa to a hockey game, will you go with me? She said, yeah, all right, I'll go. I go, really? So my brother called me, and we worked out kind of where would be a good place to sit for her first hockey game. Holy shit! How we're sitting in a really good section. I think it's 1-something behind the Maple Leafs, and I think we're like 4 rows up, so the glass doesn't really cause too much. And I'll answer all these things in a minute. And so we figured out, I got the tickets and everything like that, and it came to almost like $500. I'm like, go see a hockey game? Really? Here comes the Queen. Do you need help with those? Alright, I'll put them away. She went and got some boxes for the auction. I like using those heavy-duty Home Depot boxes because they really hold up well, and you could put stuff in them. They're good, thick cardboard. So I had to go get 8 of them. I think we're gonna have a lot of 10. We're gonna fill them up real good, and then probably be a little bit more because I'm gonna keep some of the paint stuff. Because I'm going to be trying to paint Metal Gear Solid. It's only a couple of miniatures. It's not a lot. It's just my hand is really bad. And, like I said, I can punch a hole in a wall. I can bench press. I can curl. I can play racquetball. But to keep my hand steady is almost impossible now. So I've got to figure that out. How I'm going to do things with that. So if you are somebody that is a painter, you're going to want to see this auction. Here comes the Queen. I think she got a trimmer. Let's see what you got here. Here she comes. Huh? A Ryobi? Just like the one you had before? Yes. Okay. Oh, and you got... Oh, come on, Belle. So now Bella's out here. Our hedge trimmer died, so here you go. So I'm really excited. This Wednesday, I am actually going to go down. We're going to go down to Colonial Pizza, which is a place that originally was up in Sanford by Drury, one of the Rangers. It's pretty famous up there. I mean, it's not Pepe's or anything like that, or Sally's, but it is really good pizza. I think my daughter will enjoy that. We're going to have that, then we're going to head over to the game, and hopefully, because my teams never win whenever I go see them. I've never seen the Seahawks win. Okay, I've never seen, who else do I follow? I saw the Gators win, but now, I was there for the Tebow jump pass against LSU. I was in that end zone, as a matter of fact. A friend of mine asked if I wanted to go. I was kind of like, all right. But normally the team I'm rooting for doesn't win. And the worst part about it is they won 5-0 last night. And Tuesday, they play, but the Lightning are off because they play on Monday, play the Rangers up in New York. The travel day on on Tuesday, they come back and rest, and they'll be ready on Wednesday. Well, the Maple Leafs played yesterday, and now they go down to Florida. They're going to play the Panthers on Tuesday, which will take a lot out of them, and then they have to play Tampa on Wednesday. So they're going to be exhausted. They'll probably get killed. And then I'm going to sit there like, okay, I could have stayed home. But I do just want to see them once. So there you go. So hopefully they don't get beat. But I don't have very high expectations of them winning that game. Let's see. Robert Carlisle says, hello, good morning, brother. Good morning. We got another big auction coming up. This is going to be the last one for a while, probably till after the summer or during the summer. Cohen says, hi, Rob. How is your son doing? Wish him the best. He's doing really, really well. He's weight training, really trying to get himself back into shape. This took a lot out of him, but he's given everything he's got, and he's doing a great job. So we're getting through that. Spitfire says, hey, if you like shooters, I do. Contractors Showdown on VR is awesome game. Check it out. I will check it out. And if you're looking for me, it's Seahawk860. You can put a friend request in, and I will eventually, if I see it, add you to the list, and and so forth and so on. That pinball game is tremendous. Pinball VR, FX VR, and with the controller, it's fantastic. That company sent me the Tank Stick Max. There's a couple of little weird things about it, but I'm almost done doing the review for that. I've got a ton of review stuff that I've got to work on. I've got Metal Gear Solid. I've got Burning Banners, Stellar Horizons 2, a couple of great games from Compass Games, Earth Under Siege, Roan Invasion. I got a Kickstarter that came in, Neuroscape, that I'm trying to figure out, that I will be handling. So a lot of stuff going on. So as well as some VR reviews. Shannon says, good morning. Good morning, my brother. Bank on Money. Hockey fan here as well. Went to the Caps game Friday to see Ovechkin tie the record. Wow, that's something to see. I normally go to Hershey games. Hershey Bears. Being a New Haven Nighthawk, we hated Hershey. But Hershey's probably the greatest minor league team ever. A couple of times a year, just north of me. Grew up on the sport and played. Same here. That's all we did in the winter. Hockey. And our beloved New Haven Nighthawks. Used to go see. I used to take my uncle. I loved my uncle more than anything in the world, and he was just this hippie, and all he wanted to do was see fights. And we would purposely go see when the Nighthawks played the Hershey Bears. Was that battery charged?
I hope so, Rob.
Okay. Queen's fired up. And here comes Amanda. Let's see who else is coming. Oh, here they come. They're going to open up the door.
We're supposed to be going in this condition.
Where are you supposed to go in this condition?
I want to follow you.
Where are you guys going?
I was trying to make sure she had the right battery.
I think she does.
Because I charged 2 of them yesterday to full capacity. So.
Yeah, should be fine.
Okay.
She should be fine. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Sorry, guys. There's just bedlam in the morning here. Always something going on. Yeah, so I would take him to the New Haven Nighthawk games and just get loaded up on beer and, anything else that he can get his hands on. And he'd be screaming, kill him, kill him. They're just probably trying to play hockey, and it's, AHL hockey, and it's fights, and it's this, and it's that, and it was just a great thing. The tickets were cheap. They were like $6, and every once in a while, like I said, we'd go up to see the Hartford Whalers, especially if there was a favorite team coming in or something like that. He liked Toronto because my aunt and uncle were from Toronto. He'd go up there all the time and see the games in Toronto. And I my whole family was just always Toronto Maple Leaf fans, and Whaler fans. So those were my two teams. And then when the Whalers went away, I kind of followed the Rangers a little bit because my brother was in New York and we would go see Ranger games. But I always in my heart it was always Toronto, and all those years I never saw them play up in Hartford. So we moved down here. I haven't been to a hockey game in, like I said, the last time I went to a hockey game, I was actually doing some work for Miniature Market, and Steve goes, "You want to go see the Stanley Cup?" I goes, "Yeah, sure." The money he paid for those tickets was freaking unreal, but we had a great time. We went, and it was something else. The Blues have won 12 straight. Yeah, I know they're on a tear. I think we've won a couple straight. So here's my thought, because I really want them to win. I'm almost willing to put up with a loss in Florida, in Panther, when they play the Panthers, as long as we beat the Lightning. That's the way I got to think. I go, because we just don't win a lot of games in a row. It's a weird team, and we're on top of the Eastern Conference right now. But we'll have to see. And the Lightning lost last night, so I hope they win against the Rangers. So they come in, they're hockey. I hope the Rangers beat the living crap out of them, so they have to put their JV squad in. That'd make me happy. Tampa Bay has been struggling as of late. Yeah, and they need to struggle really bad on Wednesday. That's all I care about. They need to struggle very badly on Wednesday. They need skates to break, sticks to break, everything to happen, because all I want to do is see, die a happy man and see a Toronto win in person. That's it. Now, all of you are going to be watching, and they're going to lose, and you're going to think, oh, yeah, Rob was there. And I'm going to have my jersey on. I'm going to have my hat on. I have my daughter with me. She goes, "I'll dress up real nice," just because my daughter's like a model. She goes, maybe I can get a stick. Maybe if I go, no, I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. So, I think that's how that'll go. So, tell me something. Gloomhaven and Frosthaven, would you keep it in your collection? I think I keep it. It's a Euro dungeon crawl. I think it's a little different. I think it's very heavy battle orientated, and I think you keep it just to, just for the heck of it. I think that's the way that goes. Did it work? It's a slide battery. Uh-oh. The professionalism here. I got rid of Gloomhaven quickly myself. Did you? I've had it. I painted it. And I don't know why I hold on to it. Because to be honest with you, the guy that made the game, he's like a complete crackpot. He's like this, everything's political and all this crap. Which, okay, you make a game and now all of a sudden you think you have a big voice. No, people just want to hear about games. They don't want to hear about political shit. Gloomhaven and Frosthaven are one and done. I don't see taking it out again after going through that whole campaign. Rich, you went through the whole campaign. I haven't even started it. Matter of fact, I started it on the channel some years ago, and then it just sat on the shelf. But it's one that I'm saying I'm gonna come back to, just to kind of do. When I'm done with it, then it'll go. I think you rotate it out, but the way the rates new stuff's coming in. By the way, next week you're going to see a whole bunch of Shadows of Brimstone reviews. Not this week, but the following week. No, at the end of this week, Friday, you'll see one. And then it works into the following week. Last night, I played Tiny Epic Dungeons. What a fun game. Do you know it? Yeah, I know of it. I didn't get it. Very hard almost every time I die, but very, very fun. I would say since it's on Steam, I have an itch I'd rather pull up digitally, plus no setup and teardown. Good one. But, we do keep physical board games. Oh, Hunter, I have the Hunter's AD 2114. Do I keep that still in shrink wrap? All the Zombicide stuff, do I keep that? I have Invaders. I was actually thinking of keeping that and getting rid of the second edition of Zombicide. I'm going to keep my Black Plague. I'm going to keep Black Plague, I think. And I'll keep Invaders. Sanctum. I painted that. That's actually a fun game. I might keep that. I'm keeping Return to Dark Castle because the kids like that. Star of Akaros, even though that guy was a dick to me, and I've stayed away from the game. I think I'll keep it. ISS Vanguard, I think I'll keep that as well. Undaunted. There's a guy that abandoned the old channel. Do I get rid of Undaunted? I'm going to keep Undaunted 2200. I think I'll get rid of the World War II version. I'll put that in a nice big package. I've got Reinforcements. I've got Normandy. I've got Stalingrad. I've got the original game. Maybe I'll put that in a big lot. I would say that, okay, I already read that. Yeah, so I'm kind of trying to figure a few things out here. That's for sure. What's the matter?
I think it's starting out fresh this morning.
Why? What happened? Mom's freaking?
Yep.
Why now?
Because she can't find the batteries, this, that, and the other thing. I'm going to go out to the shed because I'm pretty sure the last time that flat battery was used was with the blower. Some shit.
Oh, she'll be in rare form.
Absolutely.
I'll deal with her. The queen's in rare form today, as usual. Here's another one that I've been thinking about. Oh God, what the heck's it? A Return of the Lich King or something like that. And I've got all those things, the Sands of Snarax or some shit like that. Oh God, where the hell is it? It's over there. I did a review on it a long time ago. I really liked it. I just wonder, with all the different versions that came out, do I keep it you know, as I scale down, Battle Lore, I'm going to keep. I think the kids will play that one day. The Last of Us is really good. I'm going to keep that. Thunder Alley, I think I'll keep that. It's Richard Launius. Charioteer, I think I'll keep that. Thunder Rolls is a great game. I'm not a big NASCAR guy, but I'm going to keep that. Here's one that I'm really struggling with because I have so much for it, and to get rid of it would be glorious. Oh, Hexit, that's it. Thank you. Project Elite. I like that game though. Only because of the tension it causes. Did you find it?
Yes.
And it's completely empty, correct?
No idea. It was under the carport attached to the wall.
Nice. Just plug it in, no problem. Will you be doing a painting video for Battletech Mercenaries? I've only played. I'm going to try to paint a bit, but it's going to be very selective in what I paint. Battletech stuff is real easy for me, so I don't have to be Johnny on the detail. It's more shading and stuff like that, so stuff like that I can do. The Metal Gear Solid I'll be able to do. So I'll put some videos together probably before the end of April. And that's another thing I want to hit on real quickly. You know, everybody lost their shit when I said, hey, you know, I'm going to add these things in. You know, and then all of a sudden, you know, last week there was a ton of videos on you know, the tank stick, Pinball FX. I threw in the Mercenaries in there. There's 4 videos last week, right? And I'm not going away from board games, but I have other interests that I want to kind of integrate into the channel. You know, I get my comic books twice a month. It's sometimes once a month, depending on how much, because I set it at a money limit. And I want to show you how they come and stuff like that and talk about some of the stuff that I have. To me, that's interesting to make a video of, okay? And it's easy to do. This VR stuff, I am having a great time with, okay? And some of the emulators that I've been messing with lately, I'm having a great time with. And I want to put it on the channel. It does, you know, somebody said, well, you're only going to get maybe 100-200 views. Yep. You're probably right. Probably if I won't even get that. I go, but the thing that matters is I enjoy doing it and I want to share these things, just like I wanted to share board gaming all those years ago. So, is board gaming going away on the channel? No, it's transitioning. I'm trying to get it down to something realistic instead of just being, you know, an infomercial whore. You know, I don't want to do that. What I want to do is get it down to a certain number, play those games, get a good library of videos on each one of those games, and take it as long as I feel like taking this channel. Okay? Am I willing to do new stuff? Yes. Glowing Turtle has a game I can't wait to play and share with you. If it's something that interests me, I'm going to show it to you and let you know that it means something to me. Or if it's something that really pisses me off and I think is poor quality and I paid a lot of money for because I thought I would like it, and it turns out to be a pile of shit, well, guess what? I'm going to let you know so you don't spend your money. That's what I want to do. That's how I want to do things. Okay? It's not about being an influencer. You know, I have great sponsors in Miniature Market. They've always been there. They, you know, everything I do, they support. I like showing you guys things and stuff like that. And I've got a ton of stuff to show you that I'm excited about. But first and foremost, you know, I want to make sure that The stuff I put out is heartfelt. Okay. That I'm not in it to oh God. You know, I don't care about internet fame. I don't care about YouTube fame. I don't give two shits about a lot of things, to be honest with you. I do this. It's almost therapeutic to me. I've said this before. I don't want to just run through the whole thing. And that's why I do it. That's why I continue to do it. Plus, you know, in all honesty, you know, whatever views I get a little pocket change so I can afford, you know, to buy something and bring it in here. And for me, that's what works. All the other glitz and glam and crap and this, that, and the other, and wanting to go to conventions and spend a whole weekend, you know, when I could be outside in a room. I don't want to do that. Would I like to see some of you at selective places? Yeah. You know, if I decided to go to the Dice Tower, you know, I asked Tom for a ticket, go there for a day or two, and just go see some people or play some games. Plain and simple. But as far as Gen Cons and all that crazy stuff, I'm done with it. I'm too damn old to be rushing around like a moron. I just can't do that anymore. And I got to watch out because my autoimmune disease that I have. And, you know, you just get old. It's plain and simple. You're not the same guy. But, boy, like I told the Queen, I got about 3 or 4 left in me. Throwdowns. And I'm saving them. I'm making sure I save them. That's for doggone sure. That X-Arcade VR stick video was good. Did you get the trackball to run smoothly? Yes, I did. I was playing Golden Tee Golf last night, and I was playing Crossbow with it. Crossbow is one of my favorite games because I suck at it, and the people are just walking. And all these things are falling on them, and you're trying to shoot it all. And it's kind of like a dungeon theme type of thing, and it's cool as shit. And I really like that game. What else was I playing last night? I played Championship Sprint. I played Bostonian or something like that, which I'm going to do a video on because it's a little unknown game. I'm going to do a crossbow video, okay, with the tank stick. I also was playing Tron with the tank stick max, with the spinner. I was playing, what the hell else? I played quite a bit last night. I was just going through. I started playing Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Me and the kids played it when we were young, and I played it on the tank stick, and it played really, really well. The configuration takes a little bit at times, but if you read the manual, which I did especially on the tank stick max, it all makes sense, and it does a great job. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am enjoying playing a lot of older stuff. I'm enjoying my VR stuff, which World Cup Soccer, I'm really doing pretty good. I'm beating Pete, and that's all I care about. And then that other guy, there's a YouTuber on here that made us go get it, and it was because I play Centipede, but I've played it so much that I was kind of trying to find and play obscure stuff. Well, that's a lie, because I played Missile Command. I wanted to test the stick out, the rollerball on it, and man, fun. So this guy does this video about the tank stick and Arcade Ranger, and he had about 2,000 people, and he's a fat shit. it's horrible. The guy's never left this house, and he thinks he's like the greatest video game reviewer ever. And he basically lied, because he got the arcade stick for free, and tried to make it sound. And he tried to say, "Oh yeah, the multiplayer's working." Well, the multiplayer hasn't worked. So what are you talking about? The multiplayer works. It doesn't work. So he lied about that, and he got caught on it. Just trying to fluff everything up. And when you fluff shit up, then you're going to piss people off because you're lying. And he had some scores on there because he got an early release of Pinball VR. And I made sure I stood there and I played Pinball VR till I beat every one of his scores because I wasn't going to let him get the better of me. That's the kind of vindictive idiot I am. But because I was pissed. I was pissed with that thing. I got that stick to where it should be, but it was thanks to that company. The company was so nice. They saw the video, and I was a little harsh on it. And they said, "Hey, let's try to clear some things up here." And, we did. And I made another video, and I said, well, thanks to them. They were very, very nice. Now I want to try the Max. Well, you want to know something? They sent me the Max. So I'm working on the video now. There's a couple of little nuances that are different than the arcade TV2. And let me tell you something. If you have MAME and or some of the older stuff, and you want that feel for playing like you were in an arcade, go get one of those sticks. You don't have to get the whole stand. Just get the stick itself. Okay? And it does a lot. It's going to work perfect for VR. Okay? Because I have a little doggle here that I put on. And I'm able to see through and do it. And I'm hoping more companies jump onto that thing because it's really kind of cool. Because in Pinball VR, you have the two side buttons and you got the little tilt stick and you got your plunger and things like that. And it feels like you're playing pinball. Now, I'm not a big pinball guy, but I will tell you this. I have put at least, since that game has released on Wednesday, well, when I got the codes on Tuesday, I've put at least 15 hours into it. That's no lie. That's how much fun I am having on that son of a bitch. Okay? Plain and simple. Now, I've got the big stand thing you saw and everything like that. I like it. My wife doesn't. So, okay, I think you know where that goes. But those sticks make a big difference. They really do. One of my favorite games that I suck at so badly is Defender. I suck at Defender, but I love it. I dropped $5 every weekend back in the 80s. Yeah, I would play that thing to no end. Atari football. I love playing Atari football with the rollerball. That is a lot of fun. The X's and O's. And, just a really fun game. There's a lot of stuff that I'm able to play now that I couldn't play before. And it has breathed new life. And it's made me want to make some videos on this stuff. So I want to share that stuff with you. Of course, we have tons of board gaming stuff. We're doing a whole bunch of videos on Shadows of Brimstone stuff that I just got in. And we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. But I'm going to sprinkle some of this other shit in. And I'm really fun and enjoying what I'm doing. Do you still have Magic Realm? I struggled to learn it when I was a kid, but never figured it out. I'm going to give it another try. Yes, I do have a Magic Realm. It is hard, and there is I'm going to have to pull it out and make a video of it. There is a manual that really makes it a lot easier to learn. I will pull it out. I said I would make a video of it. I don't know if it was you, Todd, that asked, or somebody that asked earlier, but I found it, and I plan on making a video of it. I'm trying to think when I'll have that done. It's a busy week. In the next 10 days, I'll make sure I'll add an extra video if I have to. I don't give a shit. I just got to get this auction going. Once I get this next wave out, I finally can get this thing going, because I'm getting rid of a lot of terrain. I have an entire dungeon. You know the WizKid dungeon stuff? The really nice stuff that clicks together? I mean, I actually have things that have batteries in it that lights up the floor and stuff like that. I'm going to get rid of all that. Okay? And I have a box that's about this big and this wide. Probably would fill up a 6-foot table of dungeon stuff that I am going to auction off. It's already in the box, ready to go. So I'm kind of anxious. Yeah, I'm excited about the things that I'll be able to put up in this next auction for you guys. I think you'll really like it and enjoy it. But after that's all gone, then I can finally get this thing. I just want to get it where I want to get it, because it was a rush thing to do, trying to keep the channel going during a very, very difficult time in that move 3 years ago, and I've never tackled this the way I needed to. And with the help of my wife, we're going to get it done and make it right. Whew. So there you go. So I hope I cleared up a lot of things. We talked about some stuff. There's going to be a video about the top games that I am going to keep, that I am shocked I'm going to keep. So that'll be down the road this week sometime. I've got my top 10 Pinball FX VR games. I rank all the tables. There's 11 tables. I rank 10 of them. That means one of them is out. I'll tell you which one I didn't care for. The Knight Rider. It was kind of... But everything else I really liked. I'm hoping they add more tables. Please, Zen. And they like the video too that I made for them. So I'll send that over to them. I'm really enjoying doing all this. And it's breathed life. You know, at 10 years, I told Rodney, I said, Rodney, on the March 30th, that's going to be it. I'm going to walk away from this. I think it's time. I go, you know, there's too many board game reviewers out there, and to be honest with you, you know, my views, my subscriptions, all that stuff is way down, and I don't want to become, you know, some of these other guys. I don't want to be, you know, some of these guys that just hang around too long. And then as it got closer to March 30th, and I said, all I want to do is make it 10 years. 10 years and I would be happy. Well, I got there, and I've been doing all this other stuff kind of, and I kind of said, you know something? What am I worried about? I go, I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy some of the companies that I support, you know, the GMTs, which are one of the greatest companies of all time. Compass is a great company. Flying Frog, Chip Theory Games, who continually have always been there from the very beginning. Stonemeyer, you know, I can go on and on with all the different companies. Thunderworks, another fantastic company. Glowing Turtle, Martin Knight. You know, I just like saying a lot of things because I don't want anybody to ever feel slighted. These companies have always supported this channel. Miniature Market has supported this channel. Okay, just, you know, you always want to do great for them. You always want to help them sell more. Okay? But you also don't want to sell your soul either. So, you know, when it comes down to it, somebody nosing around out here. I think it's my daughter-in-law. What's the matter? What do you need?
I gotta make the meatballs.
Yeah, get the shit and get out.
Anybody want food? They could come for meatballs.
Listen, don't start inviting everybody over for. What do you got there?
Sauce.
Oh, is he complaining?
Who?
Emmy, get out.
I just told you not to come out.
Didn't they? Weren't you told not to come out?
She sure was.
Get in there. I'm not a nice grandpa. I never will be. I'm not that little old guy that sits in a cable net sweater and come sit on my lap and tell
That's a
me.
good idea for Christmas. A cable knit sweater.
Yeah, you get me one of those, I swear to
You
God.
got it. Coming right up.
You get me one of those, that'll be the end of you. I'm the nastiest grandfather that ever lived. Oh, hey guys. So again, it comes down to a thing where I'm enjoying your random video. I want to do all the things I'm interested in, and I just said, there's so many board game reviewers out there. Good, do what you got to do. Well, there's also a lot of video game guys. There's a lot of comic people and stuff like that. I don't care. I just want to do what makes me happy at this point, and I want to take care of the people that still support the channel. Okay. I want to talk about things that I'm passionate about, so you know that it's true what I say. Not an infomercial. Not that guy that's going to sit there and do that 2-hour playthrough because he wants to make a publisher happy. Okay? I would like to see what you're going to talk about when it comes to comics. I have an idea, and I'm not going to flood the channel with comic stuff, but I will promise you this. Okay? I am going to tell you what I've been reading, what I think about what I've been reading as a guy that's been reading since the beginning of time, what I've gone back and started to read from the 40s and 50s, which I'm kind of interested in, some of the things that have kind of changed how I think about stuff, and how did I miss this at certain points, and you'll see what's going on. It's not your everyday type of thing, We'll open up the boxes that I get, and I will tape it, and I will talk about each book in the story, whether you should get it or not, if it's good or not, if it's something that interests me, or something that I just think plain sucks. Okay? And I'll be honest with you. Newer comic books have not been good. The independent stuff has been really good, and I want to show you some of those independent books that are not talked about very often that I find very intriguing. So, and then some of the stuff that is just kind of, this is garbage. That kind of stuff. And I do a lot of different things, and I like to bring a lot of different things here, mishmash it, and see where we go with it. I think that's the best way to put it. All right, I've got things I've got to do. Right, Gab? She's sleeping. My little princess, you're getting so old. Time is not there. That's one thing you'll learn when you get older. My age, time has not been fair. But we press on, my dear friends. Where is it gone, right? All right. That's about it for today. I will talk to you during the week on my morning walks. Now that I figured out how I screwed that up. But I'm going to be live more. Okay, not only are we doing more videos, but we're going to be talking. When I take the girls for a walk, I plan on going live and talking stuff. What about a video on what you were reading and how you fell in love with Nova? Yeah, I could do a lot of stuff, and let you know why I'm such a huge Nova fan. Again, I love you all, I really do, and honestly, we are just going to keep cranking away here, doing our thing. And I hope you'll continue to follow and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, and hopefully keep this thing going. I always said one thing: if I ever got to negative subs, which I've been close, that I would just walk away quietly without any warning. Did you ever consider to design a board game? I started working on something, and I just realized nobody's going to play anything I want that I have in my mind. I think it's just too. I just don't think I have the mind for it. Let's just leave it at that. All right. Because every time I come up with an idea, somebody goes, well, if we did this and did that, and I went, no, that's not what I was saying. And I just don't think I have the aptitude for it. Me, it would be, it'd be like a progressive rock song when you're listening to a pop station. Okay, it'd be a 9-minute, full of keyboards and avant-garde bullshit. And all you wanted to hear was Britney Spears. So I mean, pretty much that's where I'm at. All right, I love you guys all. We have a lot going on this week. I will keep up with you on our morning walks with me and the girls. The next one will be Tuesday. I try to do them every other day, so we'll do one Tuesday, Thursday, especially after the hockey game, so you can hear how frustrated I am. And there you go. So we got a lot going on, a lot to be excited about. At least I'm excited about. And tomorrow, Takedo from Stonemeyer Games. Great game. Make sure you check out that video. Again, like, subscribe, all that happy horse.